Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we are going to be talking about Ripple and XRP. But before we jump on into this video, I just want to ask, if you guys are not subscribed to the channel yet, by the end of this video, definitely consider subscribing if you have enjoyed the overall content. Maybe you found something very interesting in the video, whatever the case may be, because over 50%, that's right, 50% of you guys are not subscribed to the channel. So if you guys do enjoy the content, definitely consider subscribing by the end of the video. But today we are going to be talking about a ton of things around some of the big giants within finance. But first, I gotta let you guys know that over $35 trillion, this is non-US banks, they owe $35 trillion. And in the US, we do see here, according to the BIS, non-banks outside the US owe a mind-blowing $25 trillion in missing debt. And if that wasn't enough, non-US banks owe an additional $35 trillion in debt. It's more than the combined total of US dollar treasury bills, repurchase agreements, and commercial paper. And this is not even covering the basis of all of it. Do you know how much money there probably is owed right now that's missing, that's, unknown? Like, think about how crazy that is. This is why this entire system needs to be fully updated. This is $60 trillion gone practically. That's a big issue, especially as we just talked about liquidity last night from the Fed and what it does to these markets. It's a big problem. And we do see over here, so around the overall update coming to the overall monetary system, we see this. Tomorrow, this is today, the House will vote to establish a select committee on the strategic competition between the US and China. Why is this important to blockchain and crypto? Well, look at this. Read it. This is going to be a big game changer. The select committee will create policy recs to counter the tech advances of China. Debate on these policy recs will undoubtedly include distributed ledger technology and digital assets. It's also another venue for industry advocates to educate and promote US competitiveness. This is just the beginning. We are going to see a race like you've never seen behind crypto and DLT. Remember what I said in videos before where we had the space race back in the day? Yeah, now we are seeing the race towards a CBDC, a race towards how fast can we adopt DLT technology and blockchain technology. Whoever is first to go fully live with a live CBDC and to implement crypto and blockchain technology into the core infrastructure of their system wins. They will be the reserve currency. I've said this time and time again. This is why this is so important. And also, talking about this, we are already seeing major financial players updating their internal systems and utilizing digital assets. FIS Global. So shout out to Wrath Economan for this. We do see January 5th, FIS uploaded a brochure for their open payments network that features Ripple as a part of international payments known, but good to see underscores the primary international rails, Swift, Ripple, and Visa B2B. This is actually pretty big. For those out there that don't know FIS, which it's completely understandable. Listen, not a lot of people actually focus on FIS. I've talked about them many times in the past on this channel because, Hedera is partnered with them. We will talk about that here in a second. But what I do want to focus on is how big of a game changer this actually is. So we do see a foundation for payments. The FIS Open Payment Framework provides a flexible foundation for an expanding array of pre-built payment modules with OPF. Multiple payment products can be plugged in to quickly deliver operational solutions for instant payments, US, RTP, FedNow, UKFP, MPA, SET, and so many other ones. High-value domestic payments as well. This is where you see the FedWire chips, ACH payments, CHAPS, Target 2, Target 1. This is this is game changing. This is absolutely game changing what they're trying to do here. Now, again, when we look at this, this is direct exposure to Ripple. Now, are we going to see XRP used here? It's questionable, but in my opinion, there's no doubt in my mind that XRP will 100% be utilized here. Why? International payments. This is for cross-border payments. This, to me, it would be, to me, it just does not make sense not to utilize XRP here. Cross-border payments, whenever you see cross-border payments, at some point in time, XRP will be utilized. All we need to wait on is regulations. And this is going to be instant payments. You're going to see ACH payments and high-value payments. And these are going to be the main players. And again, I've talked about SWIFT. I've talked about Visa B2B. These are terrible, terrible, inefficient payment mechanisms compared to what Ripple has done. Now, why is FIS such a big name, right? Let's focus on a few things first. Let's go back to 2020. Ripple partner FIS teams up with the clearinghouse to set up quick payments for U.S. banks. Now, I don't know if this partnership is still in place. Maybe it is. I talked about shadow partnerships in the past where we have NDAs in place where, maybe these just are not talked about anymore. We don't know. For all we know, FIS is most likely not even working with Ripple. It's questionable, right? I could not find anything on Ripple's website. I could not find anything on FIS's website. This is the only thing I could find. But we do see that Ripple partner FIS has inked a deal with the clearinghouse to bring a system of real-time payments to small and medium-sized U.S. banks and financial institutions. Game changer. Now, with this, right, to me personally, when we focus on anything around these major payments, specifically real-time payments, instant settlement, anything like that, it's really kind of focused on what Ripple is doing. And going back to October of 2022, so I found this, which again kind of gives us a little bit of an insight that FIS is still, or financial institutions in general, will most likely utilize Ripple and XRP mechanisms for cross-border payments. I found this, and I do want to read this as well, but this takes me back to the idea that financial institutions, they want to leverage crypto and blockchain for these cross-border payments. So when we look at FIS, and we're going to get to the point here, because FIS, to me, when we look at what they're doing, they're an instant bridge to massive financial institutions. So in my opinion, when we look at financial institutions and how they want to leverage blockchain and they want faster cross-border payments, they want more efficient cross-border payments, to me, it just makes sense for FIS to still be utilizing Ripple with XRP. And again, when we look at XRP and XLM, they're both mentioned here for tokens to be deployed by banks and to utilize for payments and things like that around international and domestic transactions because of the efficiencies here. We focus on this for so long. In my opinion, when we look at financial institutions, when we look at liquidity, when we look at the overall current monetary system, we know that there's a lot and a ton of inefficiencies that plague these markets. So when we look at a lot of these major players, and when we focus on the major players already utilizing X Rapid payments, which we know it has been since then rebranded. I don't know why they're still utilizing X Rapid. Totally fine with me. I'm not going to make a big deal about it or anything like that. I'm just saying there's so many major players that are already utilizing cross-border payments through Ripple powered by XRP. And I think that's only going to be a matter of time before we start to see this kind of expand more and more, because as we even do see down here, Neum is talking about crypto and Web3. They're also leveraging another blockchain technology, Stellar, to help international clients pay out in more than 100 currencies in over 190 countries. And when we look at the focus point of Ripple and the overall adoption of on-demand liquidity, I think that they just said that's in 90% of the FX market. They're covering 90% of that market already. It's only a matter of time before big giant names like FIS come back to Ripple if they are not already still utilizing the technology. Now, why is FIS such a big name? Well, first off, I've talked about them many times in the past with their partnership with Hedera, and this is through Hashport. So with Hashport, what they are doing is they're creating an interoperability platform to DLT technology. So this will give them full-on exposure to any DLT out there, very similar to what we see with Quant with Overledger, and it's going to help them not only realize the value behind DLT, all the efficiencies behind DLT, making instant cross-border payments, all that kind of stuff, but it's also allowing for interoperability between FIS and other major DLT projects that have access to other major financial giants as well. Very similar to what like XRP Ledger has with interoperability as well. But again, I thought that this was very interesting to mention because again, a lot of people don't realize how big FIS actually is. Now let's actually talk about it instead of just kind of building up the hype, right? So when we look at FIS, I've talked about them many times because of how large they actually are. They're very, very bullish on crypto. The craziest thing about FIS is that over half of the world's wealth is managed on their system. They enable 95% of the world's leading banks, and also they move 2 times as much money as their top 3 competitors combined. They are a giant around the financial and payment space. Check out some of their innovators that build with them. Disney, Amazon, Domino's, Microsoft, Target, Tesco, Ulta, Ali, Google. These are just a few of the major names. This is a giant that is a part of crypto already. They are already adopting DLT technology. Now again, going back to 2020, we can't confirm that this partnership is still in place. I talked about these shadow partnerships that could very well still be in play. But it just makes sense for FIS to still be utilizing Ripple technology. And I think that with what Wrath Economist is posting here from FIS Global's website, it confirms that they still have exposure to Ripple, which means this partnership is still probably in place, which is a huge game changer because of the overall statistics behind FIS. And also, they are very bullish on upgrading and updating their overall system. And they're very bullish on the digital transformative move that's happening behind financial institutions and the entire monetary system. We see here from FIS Global, which, by the way, like I said, they have 25.6K followers. That's it. 3 likes this tweet has on it. 3 likes and 446 views. Nobody's paying attention to FIS. And we do see here, financial institutions cannot afford to stand still. Like I said, this is a race. The race is on right now. And we do see, check out these critical steps in your digital transformation strategy to help move your operations forward in a big way. Now, if you go over here and check out this website, this is 6 bold market moves for your financial institution. And they're talking about a few things around finance. This is embedded finance that they're talking about. Estimated $7 trillion global value of embedded finance by 2030. This is huge. And this is through APIs. Again, I've shared with you guys API gateways around crypto many, many times. Frictionless embedded finance, seamless B2B payments, everything that we've been talking about around crypto. This is a game changer. All right. And, it's only a matter of time before we start to see a big shift continue to happen. And here's streamline B2B payments. Again, if you can have atomic settlement and have instant payments, and I'm talking about instant settlement here, which we all know who achieves that, it's a huge step. It's leapfrogging technology years and years into the future. But we are held up by this terrible agency, aka the SEC, that's stifling this innovation. Unlock lending opportunities as well. 56% of US consumers have used a BNPL service. Again, these are everything that we are seeing around game changers with digital technology, AI-powered systems. This is all leading to the 4th industrial revolution. And this is from a game-changing company. Get more insight from data. Again, tokenizing data is also going to be a big game changer. Focus on that. Embrace digital assets to drive growth. 1 billion global crypto users rise by 2030. And we do see here, as digital assets go mainstream, investment is shifting away from centralized institutions towards blockchain participants. By embracing this change, you can discover new opportunities for client services and growth. The future is Web3. And new ways of investing with unfamiliar systems can be daunting, but you don't have to go it alone. And again, like we look at things happening around this entire space, and the bridge between traditional and digital assets is a big one, right? And I think that that's why this partnership with FIS with Hedera is actually a big game changer, because it's providing that seamless bridge. But I also think that instant payments, and I think that the partnership that they have with Ripple is a huge one. And here we have reimagine how money moves. This is the focus point. This is it. Real-time payments. Again, with digital transformation in mind, you remove any barriers to real-time payments. It's only a matter of time. 60 countries have live real-time payments infrastructure. They don't have real-time settlement. Settlement is the game changer. And guess who provides that? Ripple with XRP. Race is on. I want you guys to prepare for what is coming. Things are moving extremely fast around some of the largest names in finance. And most people are not even realizing this. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on because of more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. Us, I hope that you all have a beautiful day, beautiful night. Wherever you guys are on this before, this has been Nick. Peace out, guys.